I'm doing today is I'm trying to get rid of some of our bananas that we can't keep up with. We had so many that basically they've got away from us, and I can't dehydrate them in strips because they're a little difficult to cut now because they're so soft. But I'm just cutting out any pieces in them that might be a little bit rotten or, you know, just a little bit overripe. And I'm going to turn them into a fruit lever, a banana one in this case. And I'm going to do it maybe with some passion fruit because that's tasty. And I usually put some lemon juice in it to try and keep the colour as much as possible. And I'll just blend this up. I don't think I might need a little bit of water just to start it, but it wouldn't be much. I might even put some coconut water in actually. And then I will lay it out on these dehydrated trays with some paper over them to stop them sticking or going through the holes, and I'll show you the results later. The other thing I forgot to say was I have a freezer full of overripe bananas, so I couldn't fit any more in. So this is another alternative. Here I am at the next step. I've put this kitchen paper on here. I'm trying to use a kitchen paper in preference to those Teflon sheets because I don't really like Teflon. And I've already done one, which is here. Yeah, that's one I've done because I didn't want to make a mess up on camera. Anyway, here's another I'm about to do. You just pour the mixture. I blended it with some passion fruits and a little bit of lemon, which I used half of that lemon. And this is what I'm doing basically to spread it. I thought I'd use a spatula, but I actually found this works quite well. I just keep tipping it around and it just runs into the corners and pretty much spreads all over the sheet. As you can see, it's sort of heading down that way. I've just got to make sure it doesn't go over the edges really. I wasn't too worried about the actual shape of the wrap because it really doesn't matter. And I'm trying to keep the thickness overall the same. And basically that's what I'm doing. I'm doing these trays full of this fruit lever, and they'll go in the dehydrator, and then I'll show you the finished product. Here's my dehydrator. It's a 12 tray and it's quite good. It's a lot cheaper than the Excalibur one, but it also doesn't have a timer, which is a bit annoying because that means you have to be around to take it out instead of just switching itself off. Anyway, it's all loaded up. You need to push these trays in really well because if you don't, like that one, it'll leak warm air out and your product will take a lot longer to do. So that's it. I'm just going to reach up here, switch it on, and we'll see the results soon. The results. I did quite a few of these actually. It surprised me how many I got out of my bananas. The only problem that you could have is getting them off the paper. But I've just found if you take a sharpish knife and lift the edges a little bit, that it actually comes away with not too much difficulty. I did find where I had spread it a little thinly was more difficult, but as you can see, it is coming away quite well. So here it goes. There it is. So just keep peeling it off. And then after you've got that, you can, I don't know, you can roll it into a roll-up like you buy in the packages in the supermarket. Cut it into pieces. You can cut it into smaller pieces if you like. Put it in your children's lunch boxes. Take it out on hikes with you. Keep it as a snack, you know, when you're feeling like something sweet. Or I can't think of anything else you could do with it. You could perhaps wrap some other fruit in it and have it as a roll-up, you know, like as a wrap. Here's another one that I just started up. You see, it comes away a little bit if the sides, if the edges are a little thin. So that's the finished product. It took about 10 hours in the dehydrator, and I put it on live heat, which is below 100 Fahrenheit. So, and I got quite a few, so I'm quite happy with the fact that I didn't waste those bananas. I made good use of them.